Hey love, thank you for joining this part of the journey. If you are new here, my name is Samaya V, and if you are not new here, welcome back. Today's video will be a lace wig install of this 13x4 honey bun highlights lace wig from Unice hair. I think this is the perfect unit for a summertime look, so if you would like to see how I achieved it, keep on watching. All info on this unit will of course be in the description box below, but first let's get into the details of this packaging and the contents. So first, when you open the box, you will see this nice beautiful label, and of course the wig comes in its own individual bag. Here is a close-up on the lace. I did bleach and pluck the knots just a little bit more off camera. The inside of the unit comes with 3 combs and an elastic band for the back of your head. And just get into these curls and the bounce, okay? And not even to mention the shades and how well they go together. They also sent me over this nice pink robe, and of course an elastic band, some lashes, and actually 2 different types of wig caps, and a nice little silk bag for your storage. So I'm going to cut off this back tab of the lace as well. I'm just going to take whatever leftover concealer I have on the brush and brush on the lace, because I actually put makeup over the lace once I actually apply it on my head. I'm going to put her on. Make sure it's aligned with my ears. I just take my Sebastian Shaper Plus and spray it on the hairline. You do not want to spray too much because it will start to slide. Been there, done that. Learn from my mistakes. I'm gonna actually take this thinner band and make sure it's exactly on the hairline itself. Another thing with putting on your elastic band, make sure it's not too tight, because that's what causes those little wrinkles in your lace, and you do not want no wrinkles in your lace. I am going to take the headband that they actually sent me and put it on over this band, just for a little extra security. It's been about 20 minutes or so, so I'm just going to remove the band. Okay, so I'm just going to go across all the lace and make sure all the areas that I need are actually glued down before I cut it off, which they are. So I'm just gonna take my scissors. Go back over the hairline with the concealer. You see this side already looks a whole lot better than this side. So actually take the little sponge that came with the concealer palette, because when I use this, I actually press it into the lace, versus if I was to use the brush, I would kind of have to like brush it onto the lace. or just pat it like that, but I just feel like using the sponge to pat it in is way more effective than either one. Now after that, I could leave it this way. It actually really doesn't look bad at all, but just to give it a little bit more melt, I am gonna take the Eaton spray and just honestly spray a little bit on my fingertip and just dot it across the lace, just to give it that a little bit more of that skin look. And then I'm just gonna let this sit on my hairline. So while that's sitting, I'm just gonna kind of start to part out my part so I can start pressing it down in the front. This is kind of how I'm gonna start the parting for my like deep side part flip over look. The rest of the hair curly, but I do want more of a slick look here where my part is, just to define it a little more. So what I'm gonna do is just spray a little bit of got to be here and then go back over it with the hot comb. My baby hairs, I cut them pretty much at an angle, so I'll go in like a downward motion like this. I'm just going to take my flat iron and curl these cut pieces upward. So now that I have the shape pretty much guided out is when I'll take the got to be to kind of hold it in that place. Before I go on to wetting the hair, I'm just gonna take my concealer, dab it along my part just to define it a little bit more. Actually am not mad at the puffy look either. Should I just keep it? I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it, but I am gonna define the curls a little bit more. Wishing we could read minds, don't wanna let our feelings show. So even if you say you don't understand, I'm willing to give as much time as I can. Every time I rise me, every time I rise me, be talking, 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 talking to me, talking, talking, talking to me. Ain't no need for words to speak, 'cause every time talking, talking, talking sweeter, talking, talking to me. You're always acting. And here is the finished look. I actually really love the way this wig turned out. I was nervous about it because I've never tried blonde or any highlights or anything like that in my hair, but I feel like I really love the way that the highlights don't reach the roots and that the roots and the hairline are all still that shade of dark brown. So if you are somebody who wants to try out a highlight wig or blonde or whatever different color, this honestly would be the perfect wig to start with. This might be one of my new favorites. It doesn't feel like it's too heavy on my head. It doesn't feel like there's too much going on. The density is pretty perfect for me. And especially once you apply your product to it, definitely 10 out of 10 recommend. So if you're a girly who loves your curly wigs wants to try some highlights this summer, this wig, absolutely love it. Really love it.